Reaper, and it's time once again for Reaper's Review. Today we're going to be reviewing Boruto Episode 9. If you haven't watched the review on 8, you might want to watch that one first because we're going to reference it a lot. It should be floating around somewhere, but for everybody else, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So we left off last episode with Boruto and Hiyashi Hyuga preparing to spar. But before that could happen, Hinabi steps in, saying it would be better for her to spar Boruto instead because why again? Because he might throw his back out. Wait, what? How old is he? 90? Pushing 100? Something like that? Excuse me for a second. 61. Hiyashi Hyuga is 61? What is this, some kind of joke? What does she mean throw his back out? Does Boruto take place in the Naruto universe or not? How weak is Hiyashi Hyuga if his age mates are doing this? And this? And even this? Just stop saying dumb stuff, Boruto. Please just... Okay, let's just move on. So, Boruto and Hinabi fight, and for someone who does not train with or acknowledge Naruto, Boruto seems to have a very similar fighting style with the unconventional use of Shadow Clone. But regardless, Hinabi is able to beat him quite easily, and no special powers were revealed, which was the point of this whole exercise. Hinabi tells Boruto that even though nothing happened this time, there's nothing to say that it wouldn't awaken next time, and tells him not to give up. Afterwards, Hiyashi suggests they all stay the night, and they do just that. After dinner, Naruto and Hiyashi talk, and Naruto opens up to Hiyashi about some of the issues he has with Boruto. One being how everything seems to come easily for Boruto, and that has in turn given him a bad attitude about hard work and perseverance. Now, forget the fact that this is coming from our boy. If you've been watching the series up until this point, then you know that what Naruto is saying is true. We saw how Boruto reacted when he found out he was the very top performer of his class, and we saw how he responded when Shino-sensei gave him a problem that he thought was too difficult. The problems Naruto is voicing matches exactly what we've been seeing all along, and that gives legitimacy to his claims. On the other hand, Boruto's claims are just hearsay. We really haven't seen anything from Naruto to back up what Boruto has been saying about it. But I won't harp on too long about that. If you want a detailed explanation of how that works, then there should be a link floating around somewhere about here. Later that night, Hinabi and Boruto are up talking, and Hinabi gives Boruto some fantastic advice. First, she tells him not to give up. Then she tells him that if there is something going on in the village, perhaps something dangerous, involving people being possessed by shadow, that he should definitely not tell Naruto because of reasons. Then she says that this is something that he has to solve all by himself. And then she says that if he needs any help, feel free to call on her. Great advice, Hinabi, just fantastic, clear as mud. 10 out of 10. So later on, responding to yet another midnight craving, Boruto takes off to find something to eat. And yet again, as if on cue, another one of his classmates is there to talk with him. This time, it's Sardar. Since he was caught admiring a movie poster, Sardar asks him if he's also a fan. After Boruto lies and says that he isn't, Sardar goes on to explain in detail about it being a shame that the movie sequel will be canceled due to the lead actor having some problems. And just as they're having this conversation, Boruto spots another individual possessed by a shadow. He goes after it, and it turns out to be none other than the exact individual they were just talking about, the star of that movie. Isn't the Boruto writing just top-notch? Phenomenal! 10 out of 10! Wait, did we already do this one? So the gag is the movie star Kagemasa has put on a lot of weight, and because of this, the producers do not believe that he will be in good enough shape to do a sequel. This has caused him to become upset and go on a rampage. Boruto begins to fight him, but it turns out he's stronger than he looks, and he actually has to be saved by Sarada. Though Sarada doesn't exactly know why they're fighting, Boruto gives her a kind of rough explanation about shadow people, and Sarada says that she believes him because Boruto isn't a liar. Wait, are you serious? Boruto's a huge liar. He lies all the time. He lied to you 5 minutes ago. I mean, Sarada has already personally called Boruto out on several occasions about his bad character. I don't know why all of a sudden she would believe lying is off the table, especially when she kind of implied that he does it all the time, which is accurate. So, Sarada and Boruto team up, and together they're able to take down Kagemasa. Now, I've said it before, and I'll say it at least 2 more times, but this is a major issue of having characters that are carbon copies of characters that we've already seen before. I mean, need I say more? It's doubtful, but I will anyway, because I want to point this out. Boruto is not being trained by Naruto, and Sarada is not being trained by Sasuke. Why are they pulling off the exact same technique that Naruto and Sasuke did way back when? The lacking in creativity is just staggering. So after the uninspired fight, Boruto and Sarada claim victory. But instead of getting more information on why they were forced to incapacitate this poor man, Sarada decides that she doesn't want to hear about it and just takes off, leaving things to Boruto. After beating up his former hero, Boruto bounces back from his uncertainty, and he decides that he doesn't care whether or not his eye is a Byakugan. He just wants to prove that it's special. And with Boruto's declaration to do just that, that brings us to the end of our episode. So, what's Reaper's verdict on episode 9? Ryuji, if you wouldn't mind?
Don't come back!
What we have here is yet another episode where nothing really happens and nothing really matters. Although I guess technically the nothing matters can be applied to the Boruto series as a whole. The writing is so subpar that even though they address it themselves, they can't explain why Boruto just so happens to always be in the path of these shadow-possessed individuals. The fighting is carbon copies of what we've already seen, and they don't even bother to explain why. After all, it's not like the techniques that Sarada and Boruto are the conventional method taught by the Ninja Academy. It doesn't make sense that unless they trained with Naruto and Sasuke respectively that they would be using those types of combination moves. And top it off by having different versions of the same conversation. Should we tell the adults? Oh no, we can't tell them, or otherwise they're gonna solve all the problems for us. That would be bad for some reason. Here's hoping they get a conclusion to this arc soon, because I'm personally tired of hearing it. But for now, I think it's time to bring this review to a close. My name is D Reaper, and I'm a YouTuber for fun. Today's challenge, get 8 hours of sleep. Good luck, and I'll see you guys in the next one.